This movie lost me in literally the first 60 seconds. I'm not even joking. And Defro, he's in the chat. He can attest because we watched this movie together. He got me. I watched it on a watch party on our Discord. Join me on Mondays.
For the record, the reason why I had to leave was because I was watching Nightmare on Elm Street.
No, but this movie opens up with a pit fighting scene of these guys
with Post Malone.
With fucking Post Malone. I'm like,
not just Post Malone, but like doughy, soft. Post Malone before he lost all that
fuck Malone.
This was the
like, Post Malone is not tough. He's not a fighter. What in what world does that tattooed fucking mumble rocking freak turn into a fighter?
And Post Malone's like, I'm not fighting him. He's an animal.
And then he got mad at the crowd for booing him because he didn't want to get his ass kicked by freaking shredded out Jake Gyllenhaal.
There isn't literally 100 guys on the UFC roster that Dana White couldn't have sent to the set and said, here, use this fat flubby schlub. At least he can fight.
Listen,
man. Come on, man. Post Malone.
When Conor McGregor, whether or not you like Conor McGregor is besides the point. He is a legitimately great fighter, right? You have that guy in your movie and you don't ask him like, hey man, can you kind of like guide us how to make these fights look cool? No. They're trash fights.
It's going to cost more.
And they well, he's too coked up to worry about it. But the things about the fight scenes, like some of them were pretty cool looking. I like, Jake Gyllenhaal being shredded is really the only positive I have for his role in this movie. But like they were doing all this weird camera trickery where they were like flipping the camera around and doing all this stuff to distract you from the fact that
the actors aren't moving.
The fights are so slow and dumb and they don't make any sense. And you're like, this is just awful. Like if you have legitimate fighters on the crew and you got people from the UFC involved in the movie and you're like, can I just put a camera on a tripod and watch you guys fight? Yeah, that's a cool fight.
Yeah.
But no, they got to do flips and they got to freaking roll the camera and they got to have people fly over desks for no reason. And it's just like, this is
honestly
not fun.
The original just kept it so simple.
Yeah,
it
very
was
simple.
Just like fighting with fists.
Yeah.
And like every once in a while, some over the top guy on cocaine and just snorted a bunch of rage came in with like a boot and he like immediately tried to kick someone. And then they just like beat them with their fists and threw them out. It was very simple. It was a very simple formula.
No, they overdid it with the fights in this movie. Post Malone.
And then at one point you gotta rip a guy's throat out.
Yeah. No, it was sad to say because I really do like Jake Gyllenhaal and I was from the trailer.
They cannot all be
from the trailers, I was like, you know what, this movie might be kind of cool. But they're in Key West in Florida and I didn't see a single bikini. Not a one. And I was like, what's happening right now?
I'm just trying to figure out why we're supposed to feel any kind of intimidation or dread or whatever from any of the bad guys in this movie. Those biker dudes running around on their bullshit Hondas were weak. They were so weak.
The dudes in
the multi-diversity biker gang. You
notice that too?
It's like one's got a Harley, one's got a Honda, one's got a Kawasaki.
The one comedic relief white guy.
Black guy's got a Croc rocket. It was ridiculous. It's like, what is going on? And they're all working for the world's worst bad guy.
The loan shark or whatever.
The guy who's
with the yacht.
Dad's in the boat or dad's in jail.
And there was a corrupt cop in the middle of the movie for no reason that really didn't do anything.
It was just, and then
Jake Gyllenhaal
there was a Latina Lori Petty as the love interest.
And Dalton in this movie had like a really creepy, weird relationship with some random 14-year-old that he met like on the street. And he's just like, oh my God, I love you now. You're like my best friend. And I was like, why though? So weird.
The best part of this movie, that I guess I can say something, but I'm not going to try to spoil it. But it involved an alligator, and it was pretty cool. That was the best part of the movie for me.
That was the equivalent of Polar Bear Fell on Me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the reason it cost $80-something million is because there's actually a ton of CGI in this movie. What they did is they created body doubles for all the characters who were involved in fights. And in order to actually show like the fist connecting and stuff like that, basically every time you saw people fighting, it was like CGI body doubles.
Is that why it was so slow?
I don't know if it was slow or not, but
I found it very slow.
But like every time they were connecting their punches and kicks and stuff like that, it was all like computer generated.
Our slap fight is getting better and better.
Yeah.
There was one
practical
scene,
effects.
There was one scene where Connor's beating the crap out of Jake, and you see him like hit his face. and it turns into like this weird CGI almost cartoon where his face kind of distorts, and gets weird, and it was like, oh, that was really bad CGI. if you look at it, it was terrible.